Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
Yo. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Blacktop podcast, man. And this episode, we're going to be talking about the NBA Atlantic Division. But before I do so, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please go sub to the brand new Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Go sub up to the network. Go sub up to myself, Unpopular Opinion Sports, and go sub up to the Man Cave podcast. We are doing big things here at the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, and we appreciate all your support. All right. Now, that being said, man, what's good with you, Cave, man? How you feeling tonight, man? What's good, man? Ready to talk?
Man, I'm feeling good. We talking some hoops, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you're going to be talking my favorite division in all of the NBA. So, hey, it's all good, you know, so we're going to get into it and, you know, give our opinion on our takes and see what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? You can comment down below how you feel about it, your team. If you feel your team is going to be good or if your team's not going to be good, you know, you can comment in there and let us know or, you know, let us know if we right or wrong.
Most definitely. I do want to make some announcements about the show moving forward. So this is the Blacktop Podcast, episode 8, and we are here to talk hoops. But moving forward, as we get into the NBA season, we will be using this slot to call NBA games. So it'll still be the Blacktop Podcast, but it'll be a lot of play-by-play involved. And when we're not doing play-by-play, you know, we'll still be able to format the podcast how we're doing it now, you know, where we just pick some topics and talk about some topics. So, but how you feeling about the Atlantic Division, man, Cave?
Well, I feel about the Atlantic Division, man. It's gonna be top heavy, man. You know, it's 5 teams in the division. You know, so 3 of them can finish anywhere from 1, 2, or 3. You know, in the Eastern Conference, as far as the playoff seeding and things like that. You know, these guys are 3 legitimate NBA contenders. You know, coming into this season. So you got 3 from one division. You know, from one conference. So, you know, it's probably one of the premier conference in the NBA.
Absolutely. Of course, the NBA champs, Boston Celtics, come from that division. I am obviously not a fan of the Celtics, but they are the champs of the NBA, and they do reside in the Atlantic Division. So, that being said, what is your initial thoughts on the Boston Celtics as we get into this, man, preview show here? What are your thoughts about the Celtics and their championship run last year? And what do you think some of the things that they're going to be facing going into this season as they try to defend their title?
Well, you know, first of all, congratulations to them on winning the NBA championship last year. You know, the Celtics won. Even though, like he said, I mean, you know, all New York fans don't like Boston. So, you know, it's begrudgingly that we have to congratulate them, you know, but they did win the championship. So, you know, kudos to them. Hats off to them. I felt like, you know, they won the championship. Like I said, last year, I felt like it was the easiest road to a championship that I've seen in any professional sports, you know, with like injuries to a lot of teams that they faced in the playoff. But, you know, that's not their problem, concern. You just got to play who's in front of you. So, things fell their way, and they took advantage of it, and they went and hoisted the championship. So can't be mad at them. Coming into this season, like I said, it's going to be a much tougher sledding. Some teams got better this year, especially ones in their own division got better. And as far as out west too got better. So it's going to be a much tougher sled this year, and look like some teams loaded up on wing players, man. The Celtics got some wing players, so teams loaded up on wing players. So that's going to be another difficult task for them. And then on top of that, their prize acquisition from last year, Kristaps Porzingis, the big man, he's going to start the season on the disabled, list. He's not going to be able to play. I think he'll miss the first couple of months or something like that, recovering from his surgery in the off season. So that's going to be a big loss for them and stuff like that. So they're going to have to, go with Al Horford. I believe it's Xavier Tillman and stuff like that. But, of course, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown returns along with Derek White and Drew Holiday. So, that's always a good place to start, man. But like I said, this season, I mean, they're going to be there. They're going to be one of the top teams again, but their road is going to be much harder, much tougher. And to repeat, I don't know. I don't see it. Like I said, if these other teams stay healthy, nah, I don't see it. If these other teams stay healthy, it's going to be a battle, man. And I don't see it.
Miz, what's good, man? Appreciate you, man. What's good with you, man? Thanks for tapping in.
Miz
says it's New York Knicks. It's time. Bring it home to the Mecca. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That's
good,
two
Miz. Teams in the Mecca, as you say. 2 teams.
Wales, what's good, bro?
Wells, what's good, man? Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Good luck on the game, Miz. Yeah. I know we was talking about it with your football teams. You doing a refereeing thing, so make sure you call it straight, man. Call it down the middle.
Right, man.
But let's take a look here at the Boston Celtics. Share my screen.
What's good, Pat?
Pat, what's good, bro? What's good? Y'all know where the link is if you decide you want to come on and talk some hoops. Today's topic is the NBA Atlantic Division. But again, I'm always ready to talk some hoops regardless of what it is. Yeah, baby. Yeah, we live. All right, man. So getting into, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, bet. So getting into the Celtics from last year, of course, led by Jason Tatum in points and rebounds. Leader Derek White in assists, Jaylen Brown in steals, Porzingis in blocks. Now, Porzingis is hurt again, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Again.
So, it's synonymous.
I mean, so if you're Boston, I mean, this is what gets you over the top, doesn't it? Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's your big man. That's the guy that can stretch the floor. That's the guy, that can defend as well. As you see, the leader of the team in blocks, but doesn't play a lot of games. Played 57 games last year. I'm actually shocked he played that many games.
Right.
But again, so this Celtics team, though, a gritty team, a lot of veterans. They play good defense. So especially in the Eastern Conference, when you can do that, when you can defend, especially in the playoffs, and in today's NBA, you got to be able to defend the wing players, like you said, Cave. Having Tatum, having Derek White, having Jaylen Brown, and a healthy Porzingis, as well as Drew Holiday, allows Boston to match up well with a lot of different teams. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be a tough out once again. But what's your thoughts here as we look at the stats?
Yeah, I mean, first things first. I knew Tatum was the leading scorer, but what's shocking me is that Derek White is the leading assist leader. I thought it was going to be Drew Holiday. I didn't know Derek White had like five assisted games. So
Mm-hmm.
he's like one of those like do all type players and stuff like that. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yep.
So so I was like that's kind of surprised me and stuff like that. But as far as the other stats, yeah, I mean Tatum, Brown, Porzingis and block shots and stuff like that. So yeah, nothing too much surprising. And I don't even know what they added in the off season. Was it Lonnie Walker? I forgot who they added.
Yeah, they just added Lonnie Walker.
Hmm.
Let's see, where is my other link here?
Hmm.
Yeah, he's not on here.
Yeah, he's probably not on because I was looking on there and I was like,
Let me see. Hold on.
but yeah, Boston, they're gonna be right there again. Like I said, knock on wood, like I said, they've been able to escape some injuries, to their key players, for the last couple of seasons, with Tatum Brown,
Mm-hmm.
Drew Holiday, and Derek White. So, you know, injury bug catch ups to everybody else, but hey, if everybody stays healthy, it should be a great NBA season, man. It should be a battle in the Atlantic. It's going to be a brawl in the Atlantic, man. It's going to be some good
Mm-hmm.
games. That's something you want to see, some good competitive games.
Yeah, I don't know where this
So
but
yeah,
anyway, um they did sign Lonnie Walker, but this Boston Celtics team, let's see, let's go to roster. Here we go. Um yep, Lonnie Walker's there. So I mean, again, until somebody beats them, they're the champs. Not a lot
hmm
really to say here about the Celtics, but what are your expectations for the Celtics? Do you think they get back to the NBA championship this year, or you think it's going to be a team in the way?
oh yeah, it's going to be teams in a wave definitely for Boston this year, man. They
Yeah.
ain't, they ain't going to get a clear cut favorite path to the NBA no more. If these teams stay healthy, like I said, Philadelphia, New York, can get there. Milwaukee, if they can get their stuff together, with Doc Rivers as the coach in the East too, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not like it's almost like parity now. So it's not like it's like one team is like so dominant. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a great season this year, man. Like I said, I can't wait for it. But like I said, with Boston, I still expect them to get in the playoffs, but I don't expect them to play for the championship this year. I think they're gonna get knocked out. So I don't expect them. If teams stay healthy, I think they're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, man. But again, um, Jason Tatum. Some questions about Tatum. Um, but because of the whole what was it
Olympic,
the
the
Olympic
Olympics.
stuff. So I mean,
Yeah, I don't even know
they
what that was about. I don't even know what that was about.
not playing them or whatever, man. Steve Kerr. So it's gonna be interesting. Boston. They are a hated team
Hmm.
by a lot. What's good, nostalgic Nick? Appreciate you tapping in. Says I got the Knicks #1. Alrighty.
Yeah, nostalgic Nick. What's good, bro?
Raphael, what's good, man? Appreciate you tapping in, Raf. Appreciate you.
El Capitan.
Yeah.
So on your thing, so you got Boston #1 until somebody dethrones them. So Boston is #1, out of respect, you know what I'm saying? So until
I
that happens, they
think
number
I
one.
mean I think so. Just because yeah, you gotta respect the champs. I
Hmm.
don't like this team, trust me. I can't stand them. Can't
Right.
stand them. But
Hmm.
you gotta respect what they did, and you gotta respect the fact that they are the champs till somebody
Hmm. Dethrones them, right?
dethrones them. Exactly. So now that being said, let's get to our next team. Stop this. Y'all hit that like button, man.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, subscribe to the Man Cave Podcast, Unpopular Opinions, Sports NYG. You know, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sport, Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports with Big Lou, Miz in the Midday, Wales to New Jersey. You know, uh, Classified 3F with Joel, Mac the Giants fan, and many, many more of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man. So just go and subscribe to all these great content creators.
All right, so the next team we're gonna get into is the Sixers.
Yeah.
This team right here, another team with high expectations. High expectations. Coming off last season where they were 47-35, of course, getting into the playoffs, getting beat by your favorite team, Man Cave. So, looking at the Sixers, of course, adding Paul George, big move for them. You know, they have Maxey, they have Embiid.
They got their big three.
so yep. So looking at the Sixers here, what are your initial thoughts as far as where they stack up here in this Eastern Conference? I mean, we just talked about Boston. You know, you're a Knicks fan. You know, a lot of people like think the Bucks are gonna be decent. You know, some people think the Pacers are gonna be decent. You still got the Heat hanging around. So, what are your thoughts though, as to where the Sixers fit into that, and especially them making the big move to get Paul George?
Yeah, I think the Sixers can fit anywhere. I mean, from 2 to 3 or something like that. I still think they're a top 3 team along with Boston and New York. So the thing with Philadelphia is their thing is health too, because if Embiid and Paul George stays healthy, you know that they can make some noise. They have one of the better offenses. You know, so I can't fault. You know, so I can't hate on them and stuff like that. They got Paul George. To me, they got a steal from Miami and Caleb Martin. That was a steal for them. You know, and then they also got, I believe, Eric Gordon and Andre Drummond.
I got you right here.
Yep, Andre Drummond, another a big body. You know, to come off the bench. You know, so those are big, man. You know, who else they got? Drummond, Kyle Lowry re-signed back with them and stuff like that. You got Reggie Jackson. And then in the draft, they drafted you know, kid from Duke. You know, I like Jared McCain. He's a good shooter. He can shoot the ball. So, you know, that's on good bench depth. So it looked like that's what they was looking for in the offseason to solidify that bench. You know, because they know what the starters are, and then they can have some depth coming from off the bench. Yeah, man. So their whole thing, like I said, is health, because if Embiid and Paul George is there, they'll be right there too, you know. But if any of those guys, you know, by the playoff they out or something like that, then, you know, they'll be down by the wayside too, you know. But yeah, they're gonna be a load to handle, you know what I'm saying. I know, even though we beat them in the playoffs and stuff like that, you know, I feel good about our chances against them. But they're still a good team. They're still a great team. So, you know, and tip my hat off to them in the all season. Like I said, they really helped themselves more than like some of the other teams.
Yeah, man. The thing here about this Philadelphia 76ers team is you said one thing, and that was health. Now, particularly talking about Joel Embiid, you know, because he is the engine that makes that team go. Now, I do like Tyrese Maxey as a player, you know, quick guard, can score, you know, take you off the dribble, get to the hoop, nice jump shot, 3-point shot. So he's a pretty good rising player, rising star in this league. They do got some depth, like you said, on the bench with Lowry, Eric Gordon. But the key is how does Paul George fit into this team? How does Paul George fit into this offense? And how is he going to play alongside Joel Embiid? Now, Paul George is used to playing with other superstars. I don't think that's going to be a problem. The issue is if Embiid is hurt, can Paul George and Maxey keep the Sixers afloat?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because, I mean, Andre Drummond's not a bad backup, man, but let's be honest, he's nowhere near the level of Joel Embiid.
Right.
So, and we've seen this Sixer team fall apart before with Embiid out of the lineup. But now you have a little bit of help. So, how do you see that, Cave? How do you think Paul George is do you think Paul George can be that difference maker for this Sixers team?
Yeah, the thing with Paul George, I mean, he can be a difference maker, but then we also have to take into account too, like I said, his injury history and then load management, because he's another guy that be on load management, not as much as probably his former teammate Kawhi, but you know, he be on load management a little bit, so he misses some time too and stuff like that. But if he's there with like Maxey, if Embiid is out, then yeah, they could get by, you know, with Paul George, because last year it was just Maxey really, you know, and you know he had some really big games, so. Yeah, that'd be another person they could lean on and stuff like that. But, you know, that's the same thing with Paul George is like, man, his just thing with health with him and stuff like that. So, you know.
Welcome, Leaf, man. Leaf, man. What's good with you, bro? Appreciate you tapping in, man.
Of course.
We are previewing the NBA Atlantic Division. We briefly touched on the Celtics. Yep, you came in at the right time. Yep, we're gonna get to Knicks, Nets, the whole shebang, brother. Yep, tonight is the night. But
okay,
we briefly touched on the Celtics. I think they're the team to beat in this division. Obviously, I don't think it's much to be said there. My only question is the health with Porzingis, and because I don't think they, you know, because they really needed him last season. Last year in the finals, so I don't think they're as much of a threat as people think. With how they are constructed, you know, as far as getting out of the East and getting into the and winning the championship without somebody like Porzingis. That's why they went and got him. Now, what are your thoughts on the Celtics, real quick, before we get into the Knicks and Nets and the rest of them?
Right?
Yeah, and the Sixers. Yeah, we're gonna finish up with the Sixers. But what are your thoughts, real quick, on
Celtics?
The Celtics.
They are the team to beat. Unfortunately, they definitely are the team to beat. Man, they just got a lot of weapons, man. It makes the two Scottie Pippens that they got on their team a whole lot better when you got Drew Holiday and Derek White to make up for the defense and make up for a lot of the other things, 3-point shooting. You got yourself an extra facilitator. They are very, very much more formidable and deadly with Porzingis. But I mean, I think without Porzingis, they could run somewhat of a certain lineup. Obviously, they still have Al Horford, who is just turning back the clock every time he gets on the court. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they still got it.
Right.
They reserves are not bad. Hauser wasn't bad. Pritchard wasn't bad. And realistically, they definitely are going to be the team to beat, and the team to dethrone this year, for sure. But I think it can happen. Because I think obviously they didn't have a cakewalk as easy as last year through the Eastern Conference and basically to the finals and basically to the championship. So, but I think it can happen. And the Boston Celtics, they can be had, but it's just a matter of when and where.
Cool, man. What's good, Mets, man? What are your thoughts on the Celtics here?
In my view, I have to agree with Lee. They are the team to beat in the Atlantic. I mean, especially when you hear channels like, say, Awful Coaching, for example, how he lauds that defensive backcourt versatility with White and Holiday. The point that They are such a terrifying 1 through 5 combo guard unit. Is legit, and it's terrifying to me.
Absolutely. They do have a pretty good backcourt, especially defensively, with White and Holiday, man. So all great points, fellas, man. Appreciate y'all. Now let's get back to these 76ers. Me and Man Cave were just going over the lineup here, and the big addition, of course, is Paul George. So Leaf, if you're there, let me get your thoughts on how Paul George, or what Paul George can add to this Sixers team, and is he the difference maker that they need to get to the championship?
I think he could possibly be the difference maker, but I think the rise of some of the reserves are going to be just as important. Jared McCain, he's been somebody that's been very impressive. A lot of people say he needs his own team. Andre Drummond as a reserve, I think is going to be important. Caleb Martin is another good piece. Kelly Oubre is still another good piece. We got Eric Gordon coming off the bench, so they got some good other pieces outside of PG. Mm-hmm. But in the words of Evan Turner, PG and Joel Embiid may be the softest combination in the league, and that we've seen in a long time.
Wow.
And maybe that's not my words. Not my words, but the thing is, he explained that there's a certain attitude that you need to have when you're playing in the city of Philadelphia. There's a certain that you need to have, and I think
in the Eastern Conference too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, in the Eastern Conference too. And the funny thing about this entire division, maybe outside of Toronto, all of these teams, you have to have some like real thick skin to play in. Mm-hmm. Like with Boston or Brooklyn, New York, or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. If you're planning on contending, there's a reason why Allen Iverson is still a fan favorite over there. He went out there and they saw him put a lot on the line. You know, they saw him go out there with injuries and this, that, and the third. What Joel Embiid did last year in the playoffs on one leg and half the face was nothing short of phenomenal. But at the same time, we all know that the injuries can get to him as well. But PG may just be the guy that they need to get over the hump, to get out of the second round at least get out of the second round. But it's all going to be about matchups and how it happens. So we're going to have to see.
Mm-hmm. In my perspective, it boils down to basically, once again, like it was with Harden a couple of years ago on this team, ego management. Now, while PG-13 may not have the ego on the level of someone like Harden or Embiid, he is someone that's going to need to keep Embiid on a leash, especially for me, when as a trade-off, this could actually devalue people like Kelly Oubre Jr., Tyrese Maxey especially, and any more of the young core, any of the older reserve core. But for me, Embiid needs to be kept in check with how much of a dirty player he is.
Explain why you think Joel Embiid is such a dirty player, Mets.
Round 1, game 3. Enough said.
Right.
Of course, Mets referring to the Knicks Sixers matchup.
Where he grabbed Mitchell Robinson by the ankle, which caused a massive issue for Mitch, and he and the Knicks almost never recovered after that.
All right. We're going to get to the Knicks here and the Nets.
Yes, sir.
And just a little bit, man. But, all right, man. Outlook for the Sixers, man, this season. I think ceiling, Eastern Conference Finals, floor, first round.
I say grand.
What's your thoughts?
Hey, I agree. Same thing. Eastern Conference Final, but I think they could get to the second round at least. at least, get to the second round. Because, like I said, they're going to be one of the top 3, top 4 teams.
Depending on the matchup, though.
Yeah, depending on the matchup.
You catch somebody like Indiana or one of these other teams.
Orlando.
Get hot. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Especially when you have especially if they get Indiana, a team who proved last year to be a bunch of speed demons.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. That is a fact, man. And to basically pile on with that, I definitely see a vision where they make the conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's all going to depend on health. The others, they still got a great coach in Nick Nurse. That's the one thing that is working for them. You know what I'm saying? And they still got players that still willing to prove themselves. Caleb Martin, Kelly Oubre, those guys that can fit in. Kyle Lowry is still a guy that's good as a reserve. I want to see how the others come along. Guys like Eric Gordon, Drummond, McCain, and Reggie Jackson. How many minutes they can provide? But it's gonna be interesting to see who's the biggest threat to the Celtics. It could possibly be the Philadelphia 76ers, but we're gonna have to see.
Absolutely, man.
I'm gonna
big fan. Hold on, real quick. Big fan, Breezy. What's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in. If you want the link, Breezy, I'll send you the link on Twitter. Just let me know, bro. I don't know if you're busy at work or not, but I definitely appreciate you tapping in. And yeah, we're gonna get it in. We're gonna talk about the Knicks, Nets here in just a second. Last words, Mets. What you got?
For me, at best, Philly gets to the conference semifinals. At worst, they're knocked down the play-in if they even make the top 10 in the conference. Mostly because those who don't learn from their history are doomed to repeat it, in my view. I mean, truth, Doc Rivers is gone, but Nick Nurse was an apprentice to him. So let's see if the Nurse can exceed the Doc, or if he's just a carbon copy of the Doc. Is my mindset.
All right, man. Let's move on. We are going to get to our next team, man. Y'all hit that like button. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Look, man, this division right here. I think it was Big Fan Breezy told me this a couple years ago. And he's right. This is arguably one of the strongest divisions in basketball. I mean, when you think about it from top to bottom, just, overall, from team to team,
After spending years
I think it is one of the better divisions. And we're going to preview all the divisions here on the Blacktop podcast, man. Just a little bit over a month before the season gets underway here. So we're going to be leading up to that, and we are going to be getting it popping up in this joint. You know what I'm saying, son? So let's get to these Raptors. Toronto Raptors, man. Of course, man, they got your boy Emmanuel Quickly, IQ, RJ Barrett still over there, Scotty Barnes, Jacob Podol, Davion Mitchell coming off the bench, Bruce Brown, defensive stopper there, Kelly Olynyk, some depth there at the center position. So, Toronto, of course, coming off last season where they were last in this division, 25-57. Of course, not obviously making it into the playoffs or play-in. Toronto, man. Does Toronto have a chance here? I mean, looking at this roster, I'm just wondering if, not be for the Brooklyn Nets, they'd probably be coming at last again in the division. But what's your thoughts on Toronto, man? Looking at this roster here, let's start with Let me start with Cave here.
Sure, we the North. The Toronto Raptors, man. Yeah, I'm looking at this roster. Yeah, they still in rebuild mode, so they still gonna be working on that, and stuff like that. Their main thing this year is to get their continuity with their Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, and Scotty Barnes. Those like their core players right now. to get that stuff going. So they're going to just keep rebuilding and keep adding pieces and things like that. So I don't look too much out of the Toronto Raptors this year. And yeah, they're going to beat somebody. You're going to beat some teams on the nights like that because, like I said, they can score. It's not like they can't score. They can score. They can have some hot nights. I mean, they got some athletes on there. I didn't even know that Davion Mitchell's on there. Because I know, Obaji. He's a great athlete. Ochi Obaji, he's a great athlete. He got hurt last year, I believe. So he'll be back this year. Bruce Brown is still on there, and probably Grady Dick. You know what I'm saying? He might make a little leap this year. Coming off the bench, I'm getting some more confidence and stuff. He's gonna put some more weight on, but he's gonna improve his shooting and stuff like that. But like I said, coming into the season, I just look for Emmanuel Quickly, R.J. Barrett, and Scotty Barnes just to take the reins and then go from there and stuff like that and work on their chemistry and see, more experience and get the Toronto Raptors going. But I don't see much out of the Raptors this year.
Shout out to the chat, man. Gideon, salute. Man, what's good with you, man? Tudo, salute, man. That's right. Don't be a ninja, man. Hit that like button for myself, from Leaf Diggy, for Mets, for Man Cave, man, and for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man. We got it popping. All sports, all the time. Coach is on the network on another stream. He is streaming right now. The halftime coaching adjustment. So definitely go tap in the coach, man, for sure, man. But Leaf, the Raptors, man, they gonna be making any noise?
No. But it's gonna be interesting to see how they play. They got a pretty interesting rebuild going on over there. They just signed Scotty Barnes for the rookie max. Emmanuel Quickly got the money that he was looking for. And I think R.J. Barrett, if he didn't get paid, he should be up next. But it's definitely a rebuild mode. But the good thing about Toronto is that it's a young man's league now, and especially in the Eastern Conference. So best case scenario for them is play in, probably around that 9 or 10 spot. They can creep up in there. Worst case scenario is down in the shitter with us, trying to compete for a top 5 lottery pick maybe, or try to add to what Scotty Barnes is doing, and with R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. They seem like they got pieces to build around. They just don't seem like they have the guy. I don't think Scotty Barnes is the guy. He's getting the guy money.
Yeah, maybe he's a number 2 or a good number 3. Maybe you think?
I say definitely could be a good number 2, depending on what type of number 1 is around him. I'm thinking of more like somebody that could hold the fort offensively, because Scotty Barnes is a jack of all trades. He could do a little bit of everything.
Right.
I mean, he's not really elite at it at one thing, but he could do a little bit of everything. He could score, could pass, rebound. He's starting to get his shooting a lot better. He can definitely defend. You got Quickly, who's pretty good at the lead guard position. He's finally got the lead guard position that he wants. I pretty much shoved the hell out of who the hell we got on our team. Whatchamacallit, the Germans.
Schroeder.
Yeah, they pretty much shoved him out of the way. The second that Quickly got there and said, "All right, this is your team then." And he's been playing pretty okay, but as a unit, I don't really see them doing anything. They it's an interesting roster, but I don't see them doing anything. They play in at best, and you shit in the lottery with us at worst.
Gideon, man, that's cold. That's cold, bro. You ain't even put the Nets in the standings.
Is he wrong though?
He ain't even put him in the standings.
One thing for sure, 2 things for certain.
They are still there, aren't they?
But is he wrong though?
He's not wrong about the order, but yeah, dang, that's cold. Also says C's win 60, Sixers win 57, Knicks 55, Raptors 30. Well, the Nets must be what, 15? Got the Raptors 30. You muted.
We got 3 teams in this division winning 55 plus games.
Right.
The Knicks didn't even want a 50-win season. They didn't want to win that last game. They wanted to lose that damn game any damn way, bro. And
but
we win that thing, bro.
The Sixers won 3 more games. 3 teams are over 50 wins in this division. That's what I'm saying. It's one of the best, probably the best division in basketball.
The problem with the Sixers is they was on pace to do that until Joel got hurt, and they pretty much slipped and dived off a swimming board and almost landed head first in the ocean. So.
Mosley, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. Go Nets, you already know. You already know what it is, man. Idar, what's good with you, man? Says Crafters stuck in no man's land. They paid quickly. Let them bums rot.
I can't blame him for that.
Go ahead, Matt. You got it.
You're gonna ask me? The Raptors are gonna be like the Nexus here. Cannon fodder. They're a little better cannon fodder, but cannon fodder nonetheless. I don't have them winning more than 27 at best.
27 wins for the Raptors. I will say this. The East, towards the bottom, is definitely can be had. So like Leaf said, a team like this, they can get hot at the right time. They can get into the playoffs and maybe upset a team in the first round on the play-in or something like that. So that's what I see as their, I guess, ceiling, and their floor is top 3 pick, basically, because I don't see him being that good, man. But what are your thoughts on Scotty Barnes? And Leaf had touched on it just a second ago, but Cade, what's your thoughts on Scotty Barnes? And do you think you think he can take that level to become a superstar?
Scotty Barnes, like I said, he's a good player, but I don't think he could take that leap, not yet, because like I said, he's still got things to work on his game and stuff like that. And yeah, he's like Lee said, he is a jack of all trades. I mean, he's going to get some highlight, reels here and there and stuff like that. He's still a streak shooter, He's another one that plays with a certain motor sometimes, and other times he turns the motor off. You know what I'm saying? So until he gets to that level where he's just like in constant attack mode and stuff like that, and somebody got to worry about, I think he's probably a year or 2 years away from that and stuff like that to see what type of player he's going to be. So I agree, he's probably like a number 2 or number 3 player. But since he's on Toronto, that's who they're building around. So hey, that's what they're trying to get out of him. So if he wants to take that next level, hey, everything is right there for him. Ain't nobody in front of him. There's no more veterans on the team no more. So it's either him, Barrett, and Quickly, and that's it.
Yeah, man. Still a young team, still a young crew over there. So they're gonna have to take some time to develop, to get this team back right again. Of course, after last year trading Pascal Siakam, their number 1 star player. Now with the Pacers now.
Right.
But again, man, and of course OG Anunoby too as well. Can't forget about him, Knickerbocker. So this Raptors team is definitely in rebuild mode, man. But they do have some good young pieces, some good young talent, and especially Scotty Barnes there. So we'll see how they build around what they got out there in Toronto. We are previewing the Atlantic Division this go round. We will be doing the other divisions too, so we'll be talking about the Hornets. So that's why you need to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that like, subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when these Blacktop podcasts are coming out. So you know when we dropping live streams. So you know when we are uploading any content to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, as well as our individual channels. So, that being said, let's get to the fun. Cut to the chase. Let's get into. Let's start. We're gonna start with. We're gonna start with the Nets. Yup. Let's get into the Brooklyn Nets here. And I'm gonna have to stop for a second and just talk here a little bit about my thoughts on my Brooklyn Nets before we get into the preview. Now, the Nets are obviously in a rebuild, but the thing is, they have to have this coaching thing right, and it's all riding on Jordi Fernandez, because you need to have somebody here that's going to develop the young talent on your team. And that's what Jordi Fernandez is supposed to be here to do. Now, as a Brooklyn Nets fan, I asked them to pick a direction. They picked that direction. And all I can do is be patient. You know what I'm saying? And see what moves are being made from here on out. Now, I'm going to give Jordi Fernandez a chance, because he's a young coach. He's coming into a situation basically where he has nothing to lose. There's no expectations here with the Brooklyn Nets, and you have a team full of young, hungry players that are looking to prove themselves. So you got a shot, not only to make a name for yourself, but, to get this team moving in the right direction. My problem, because I really am fine with where the Nets are, because I asked for this. My problem is the guy y'all still got pulling the trigger, making the decisions, and that's Sean Marks. Don't trust him. Can't walk with him. Can't talk to him. Can't do it. I ain't feeling that dude. Pause. And to me, it's you're putting draft picks and things like this in a it's like giving a thief the keys to your car, hoping he don't run off and you never see him again. So, that's why I'm nervous about, that the thief don't run off and crash the whip. So, again, I'm okay with where the Nets are, but my caution is Sean freaking Marks. But, Leaf, talk to me, man. What you got, man? What are your initial thoughts on this squad?
Definitely rebuild, and to tally on a lot of the things that you said. It's not basically giving a thief the keys to your car. It's basically giving a 15-year-old boy the keys to your car and telling him don't crash it.
Facts.
And knowing that you're basically out of town, and you're basically not on his watch, and then your car come back, and then you come back to town, and your car's got dents all in it. The shit, rims all bent up,
right?
All type of shit like that. It's highly disgusting. But I said it before, and somebody has said it to me, and I agree. As long as that front office is the way it is, I don't believe that a first overall pick is coming to this franchise. And to me personally, I don't want a first overall pick, because what comes with a first overall pick is a lot of high expectations, and I don't want that. And I don't think a lot of Nets fans want that. What I want is something steady, it's something positive, bro. And something for us to just move on and fly at a certain pace, to lean up little by little, man, like a graph, like a math graph back when you was in school. But this team ain't going nowhere. We gonna be in the shitter. Obviously, we are looking for a top 3 pick. Anything less than that is basically it seemed like a waste to me. because when you pull the trigger like we did, you expecting that. You know what I'm saying? The San Antonio Spurs, they traded Yaki Poto and they got Wemby in return. All I'm asking for is something top 3. And I think as a Nets fan, and what we've endured since we've been in Brooklyn, and in the last 12 years, I think we are owed a top 3 pick by the league. Honestly, I say that again. I think we are owed a top 3 pick by the league. I don't give a damn what none of these other Tangerines fans think about it. And I know what I know. If our last lottery pick is Derek Favors in 2010, that's a problem. We need a top 3. We need a top 3 pick, and that's what I'm looking for. But the team is in rebuild right now, and we ain't going nowhere. So we just got to sit back, watch us lose about 50-something games, while other teams in the division win about 55 games.
God, that's tough, man. That's man, that is very, very deflating. But it is the reality. You're right. It's the reality of where the team is, and it's scary. But you just gotta hold out hope that they can, that the broken clock is right, and he gets it right this time, and then we can move forward, man. But welcome Lou to the show, Big Lou. What's good? What you broke?
Lou, what it is?
Yo.
Lou, you on
mute?
What's
good?
What's good with you, man? Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. We're gonna get to your Knicks here in just a second, so hang tight.
I don't want to hear no crazy ass talk neither.
Oh man! You on the wrong podcast.
You gonna hear it? You gonna hear it? I'm letting you know up front, bro. You gonna hear it? You gonna hear it?
Hey, you really ain't got a leg to stand on, Lee.
Hey, he already know that.
Right. I don't got no legs to stand on. I'ma crawl and I'ma still swing that shit. So it don't matter. It don't matter.
Your arms too short to box with guards, huh?
And I'm still landing my punches.
Man, Cave, man. Give me your thoughts on the Brooklyn Nets. Be fair, and where this team is, and what are your thoughts on the outlook of the season for the Nets? Let me put the. Thought I had my share screen. Hold on. All right, there we go. The Nets roster, so y'all can see what they're working with. Not many goodies, but there's something there. So, but Cave, what's your thoughts, man? I know you watch basketball through and through.
First of all,
talk to us about the Nets.
Let me let Leaf know something. The NBA don't owe you a damn thing. You get what you earn, and you ain't earned shit, so you ain't getting nothing. They don't owe you a top 5 pick.
So
it's wherever you fall, where the chips may. The Knicks ain't get a top pick. The Nets ain't getting a top pick.
Hold up. This ain't got no wait. This ain't got a damn thing to do with no tangerines. Let's just stick to the topic, all right? They owe us a top 3 pick.
They don't owe you a top.
Yes, we do. Yes, they do, because the Boston Celtics winning the championship says that we do. Okay. Yes, we do. We're owed that.
Well, we'll see what happens anyway, man. But as far as the Nets, man, like I said, this is another rebuilding season for the Nets. And hey, Leaf, the Knicks helped you guys out, man. We gave you draft picks. We jump started you guys. So you got to give us. You got to give us some props. We helped you out. We really didn't have to help you out. You know what I'm saying?
Mets, you're not alone. I'm a Knicks and a Mets fan as well.
Yeah, you already know that, man. But as far as the Nets, like I said, man, it's like, the Knicks helped you out tremendously. They gave you you back in the game now. You back in the driver's seat now. So now you got draft picks now to get some early draft picks in the draft. And hopefully, like I said, y'all get one of these top picks, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the more picks you get, the more chances you get in the top pick, man. So you should be thanking the Knicks. You should be thanking us because we gave you a new life.
The Knicks didn't do a damn thing. The Knicks didn't do a damn thing but pull the trigger like they normally do.
No, I'm saying we took Mikal from y'all because y'all could have had Mikal still on the team and stuff like that. And Unpopular would have been still mad about Mikal. So would you rather do that? Would you rather be with Mikal on the team?
Y'all took Mikel from us, bro, because y'all going all in on chemistry from a college called Villanova.
Right.
Y'all going all in on chemistry because y'all
Basically.
can't get A+ talent.
But we
That's
helped you
why.
guys. But that's what I said. We helped you guys out because we really didn't have
what's
to.
good?
But other than that, like I said, man, hey, looking for the Nets this season, man, looking to see what they're going to do. And I'm with NYG. I'm still surprised how Sean Marks still have a job. I don't know why they haven't got a new GM yet, to clean house and stuff like that, Because like I said, when he got rid of Kenny Atkinson, I think he should have been going anyway, like a year or 2 years later after that, you know what I'm saying? And they still held him over, you know what I'm saying? But, and they're going to allow him to make some more decisions, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the team I'm looking at, Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton, those are guys that, gonna work on their games and things like that and see what y'all have and stuff like that. But I don't think none of those guys are going to be like your building blocks. So I think your building blocks is going to come from this year's draft, the one that the Knicks helped y'all with. You know what I'm saying? So just be thankful to the Knicks.
Hold on. I need to stop.
We gonna let him continue to push this propaganda.
No, it's gonna stop right. It's gonna stop right now. Hold on.
Because of the Knicks.
I got you.
I got you. Praise, man. They give you a bush of
if anything, the Rockets helped us more than y'all did.
It was the Rockets.
No.
It was the Rockets who helped us.
Let's get this out of the way.
Giving us our picks back.
First, it was the Knicks. It was the Knicks thing that made it.
NYG's biased because he's a Nets fan too.
Because if Mikel was on,
this is a fact, bro. We're not getting a top pick because of the Knicks. We're getting a top pick because we have
our. Gonna let y'all sit here and jump my man's though. You know what I'm saying?
Let me.
He pushing propaganda that ain't true.
Let me explain it from a basketball.
That's what both of our political parties do. So shit, why can't we?
We don't allow it on the football streams. We're not going to allow it on the Blacktop podcast.
Damn right.
Hold on, damn right. Then we jump started for you guys. Then we jump started.
No, you did not.
I didn't jump start a damn thing. No, y'all did not. Y'all just went all in for Mikel because he's a part of chemistry. That's why.
See, Lou,
y'all did something that y'all normally do.
You can't help somebody out. See, this is what you get when you try to be good. This is what happens to you. This is what you get.
This is what you get.
Yo, who you telling, son? I've been experiencing this shit for the longest. That's why I'm an asshole now.
Blue and orange. Especially when you wear those colors. That's what you get. You get shit in return.
This is pure propaganda. Yeah. It is because the Knicks picks are probably going to be at the end of the round. The picks that we're going to get, the top picks are going to be the ones we got from the Rockets and possibly the Phoenix Suns. So
I mean, the Rockets can do this shit too.
We have our own pick.
The Rockets' problem
we have
is that
our
they're in the
pick.
West.
Oh, y'all got your own
That's
pick
their
back.
problem.
Yeah. We got our own pick back from the Harden trade.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we did. And so again, you didn't help anything out.
No, we did help you guys out. Because if we didn't,
we helped you out.
No. If you guys listen. You guys was mad with Mikel.
Y'all wasn't Mikel.
No, y'all was mad with him on the team though, because you said he quit on the team. So you
no, bro. We didn't have no incentive to trade that dude.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't. It was no.
It looks more.
That's
like
why we have. That's why we got what we got because
it looks
you guys
more like
were desperate.
a rebuild. Because the Knicks are stupid enough to give up 5 number ones.
Okay.
That's why. And that's why it looks like a rebuild.
5 second
we're going to see what the Knicks can produce
5 second
while
round
we're in the shitter.
5 second round picks. That's what we gave up. 5 second round picks. Okay, get it right. So get it right, Lee. 5 second round picks.
All right. Let's get. I just want to ask one more thing before we move on from the Nets, and then we'll get to the Knicks, and then we'll get Mets and Lou in on the conversation. Cam Thomas, just like we talked about with Scotty Barnes, just like we talk about with some of these other young players, can Cam Thomas take that next leap and be one of the staple pieces on the Brooklyn Nets moving forward, man, and become one of those star players in this league. What's your thoughts on that, Leaf?
I'm sorry.
As I told my man, the man that met the legend, big fan Breezy, 1,000,001 times. Yes, Cam Thomas could score. Yes, Cam Thomas could shot create, but that's where it stops. A lot of other things go into becoming a star in this league, or becoming a star block to build around in this league. And the last time I checked, not too many 27th overall picks is filling that void. Now, is Cam Thomas capable of doing that? Yes, he just may be. Is he going to be more capable than the top 3 picks in this next draft? I highly doubt it. But it's going to be fun to see how he transitions to a point of being a phenomenal scorer and a phenomenal offensive player, which I think he can max out as being. But I don't think that's going to lead to anything in the future of him carrying like a number 1 load or number 1 spot for a franchise in this league. So Cam Thomas is definitely going to be a bucket getter, man, for many, many years to come. But as far as being like the go-to and the star player and the superstar player, there's levels to that shit, man. And the thing is, man, I'm a see believing type of dude, man. You ain't gonna gas my car up, man, and then tell me to drive down the block to the finish line, man. Like, that's what you're not gonna do. We're gonna have to see, man, because these picks in this draft is looking very promising. So Cam Thomas, he's definitely on the clock to get a contract, but as a star, we're gonna have to wait for it.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. It is a wait and see. I do want to see Cam Thomas improve his playmaking ability. I want to see him get a little bit better on the defensive end. I'm not expecting him to be no two-way shutdown guard or anything like that. But if you can get a little better in those areas, I do think he can be, a real problem in this league as far as, being able to elevate some players around him. Now, I agree with you. I don't think he's going to be to a level of a superstar like a Curry or anything like that, LeBron's and Kevin Durant's anything. But I do think he could be a pretty good scorer, and and if he develops his playmaking a little bit, it's going to help the Brooklyn Nets win some more games. So definitely looking for Cam Thomas to take a step forward here, as he's basically being given the keys to the car on the offensive end. It's going to be his squad, because you're looking at the roster, it leaves a lot to be desired. But all right, now for the finale, everyone's been waiting for. It is the New York Knickerbockers.
New York Knicks.
Who?
The Villanova Tangerines, man. Come on, say the name right, man. We know what this shit is, man. Come on, just get this over with, man.
You know what? This is going to take the longest.
This is a no title winning team, man. We're going to take about 50 minutes telling people why, bro. Come on, man. Let's get this over with.
Wait a minute. You still on here. The Nets are finished, bro. Your segment is over.
Yeah, so is the Knicks segment, bro. It's over before it starts. The season ain't even here and it's already over. We already know what's going to happen.
Celtics.
Why are we acting like the 90s never happened, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's going to happen again. History has a way of repeating itself, and the Knicks are always the butt of all jokes when it comes to that history repeating itself. Let's not act this way.
Jealousy is a hell of a drug.
But yeah, Pat says, Nets look at this year as development of Cam Thomas. In all honesty, yeah, exactly, man. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at Cam Thomas, Claxton, Clowney, Jalen Wilson. The Nets have some promising young pieces. That's why I said Jordy Fernandez is going to be an important piece, probably more important than Sean Marks in this regard, man, as far as seeing who you have on this roster that you can move forward with and build around. Breezy says NBA top 10 scorer Cam Thomas. Yep, but we need him to be a little bit more than just a top 10 scorer. I need him to get
healthy.
I need him to be. Yeah, he's not had that much of an injury problem.
Time out. Get that shit off the screen. I'm not allowing this to be pushed because the thing is, he's hell bent on this top 10 scorer. See, Breeze is cool with him being the top 10 scorer and the Nets winning one more game than we won last year, and he's gonna call that shit a success on his channel. I guarantee he's gonna do that. Breeze's family, he's my man, bro, but this shit gotta stop. We're not doing propaganda over there. It's time to shoot down the Villanova Tangerines, bro. We in the end of that segment. It's time to aim our gun at them because they deserve it, and their fan base deserves it. Now let's go. Now let's get on to that segment.
Trending Wofford too, man. Yeah, man. Trending Wofford, promising young player as well. So the Knicks, of course, coming off the 50-win season for the New York Knicks, man. First time in a long time. One win away from the Eastern Conference Finals. A lot of expectations for this team. Of course, with the Mikal Bridges trade, bringing back OG Anunoby, and the return of one Julius Randle. Knick fan number one, Lou. I'm gonna call on Lou. Yeah. Let's switch it up. Lou. You there? Going once.
Yeah.
Knick fan number one. All right, here we go. What are the expectations, just expectations, for this New York Knicks team, in your opinion?
Well, they got over 50 wins. They got 50 wins last year, so I want to see 60. I want to see 55, 60.
55, 60. Okay. What are your expectations though, man? As far as what do you think they end up with? First round exit, title,
I want redemption. I want redemption. We get in the playoffs again. We need to bust everybody's ass. Period.
Yes, sir.
So you think they get to the finals?
Yeah.
You think they win the title?
Hey, if you get in there, you ain't playing to lose, right?
That's all I need to know. My man. All right.
No, for real. If you make it to the finals, the goal is to win the damn games.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go up there and lose. You don't go up there and shit the bed. The hell?
Mm-hmm.
If the Nets make it to the finals, you expect them to be at first exit, or you want them to try to put up the best damn fight they can?
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying expectations, because some fans will tell you that, hey, we got to the finals, that's a success.
Listen, I'm a hope for the best always. If it turns out the opposite way, then so be it. But at least I'm going to hope for the best. I'm not going to go into the season, oh, man, we're going to be shit. It's going to be shit. It's all going to be shit. No, that's not a way to go into the season. That's not a way to go into anything.
My man, all right, bro.
You got the opportunity to do right. Come on, I know you're a good. You seem like a good voice of reason. Don't screw. Don't.
You got a chance to do right.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man.
Hey, talk to him,
Knicks can go anywhere from finishing third to Atlantic Division champions, man. But I'm gonna say this because of so much parity in the East and stuff like that, even in the West, I don't think nobody's gonna win 60 games this season. I think it's gonna be like 50s and the 50s, like the top three teams, because you're gonna be playing against each other a lot, like, you know, New York, Philadelphia, Boston, Milwaukee. You know, they're gonna have to beat up on each other and stuff like that. So I see a lot of 50-win teams in there and stuff like that. But for Knicks fans, hey, we were the only team that had bench players by the end of the season. They became starters. And they gave the NBA all they can handle last year in the playoffs. So those starters go back to the bench, and we get our starters back. So our bench players are like starters. So we're going to have a lot of depth, and we're going to be good. Only thing is we just got to stay healthy and make a trade for another big. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, getting into the playoffs next year, I ain't worried about who we play. I'm worried about everybody else got to worry about who if they face the Knicks. That's the whole thing. You don't want to face the Knicks. Nobody wants to face the Knicks. And like I said, anything short, if we healthy, anything short of playing for a title or winning a championship is a bust to me, because that's how I feel. I ain't afraid of no damn team in the NBA, no team. You know what I'm saying? We get Julius back, we get Mitch back, and you know what I'm saying? A full starter right there. We don't fear nobody, bro. Nobody. All we need is health. That's all we need.
Tough talk, man, from Cave, man.
My turn.
Knick fans, man. Give it up, man, for your man Cave.
We gonna talk our shit, son. Tell him, man, Cave.
Right. That's right.
In my case,
Go ahead, Mesh.
in my case, it's all going to boil down to the factor of the injury bug. That little bugger has screwed the Knicks countless years in the past. Last year was no exception within the playoffs. And because I'm taking injuries in account, like I told Uncle Freezy on the Knicks and Night podcast, I don't see the Knicks at best winning more than 52, but still getting into the playoffs. That said, at worst, I could see a repeat of the last 2 years. At best, we get to the finals. I'm going to play middle road and say we make it to the conference finals at least.
Okay, conference finals for the Knick fans. Now, Knick fans, how do you see Mikal Bridges fitting into this lineup? Of course, you know, we all know the big city trade that went down between the Knicks and the Nets. Mikal Bridges now the starting shooting guard for the New York Knicks, coming over from the Brooklyn Nets. How does he fit into this lineup? And is he the missing piece? I thought he was the missing piece, Knick fans. Now you're saying you need a center. But how does Mikal Bridges fit into this whole equation here? Cave, you muted.
Yeah, he fits in seemingly just like how he did in Phoenix when he was out there in his earlier years. He fit in very nice. We don't need him to be like the top player, or one or two. He fits in nice at number 4. Somebody can give us some scoring. Also, the depth as far as like coming off the bench too. With the second unit at times and stuff like that. But everybody failed to realize this guy was a former All-NBA first-team defensive player. So that's defense. That's what we need. On the wing with him and LG Anunoby, we can switch off with any of those two guys, interchangeable, and we won't even skip a beat. And then you got Mitchell Robinson down there waiting in the post. Not even worried about it, man. So he fits in very seemingly with us very nicely.
Agreed.
Okay. What about you, Mets?
I agree that he fits nicely, but when you've already got a lineup more or less loaded with Wildcats, Brunson, Bridges, DiVincenzo. Who else is a Wildcat on here? Hart. It kind of basically gives the team something of too much of a good thing with this sort of identity. Yes, this team had a lot of chemistry in Villanova, but in their day playing for the Wildcats, it's comparable to being a bunch of big fish in a small pond. You're in the big leagues now, and yes, they've done well for themselves, for better or worse in some cases. Even Dante winning a ring as a Golden State reserve in 22. But
yeah, man. I this is what I think, man. Before I let Leaf get in, real quick pause. I think. I said this, man, when they made it, and people say, "Oh, you're just a hater." No, I'm not. I'm not just a hater. I actually watched the game. I think you had that piece already with Anunoby. I don't think Mikal Bridges is gonna really put you over the hump per se. I think adding another big man would have did that for you. So losing Hartenstein, I think, is a bigger impact than adding Mikal Bridges, personally. But Leaf, go ahead.
This Knicks team has to be the most stacked Knicks team that I've seen since 1997. And if you go back to that year, man, where they had L.J. Sprewell, Allen Houston, Ewing,
that was 99.
99? Oh, yeah,
99.
Yeah, I think it was. But I think the 97 team was just as good, and they were promised as well. Had it not been for Kirsch, obviously, in the first round against Miami with the suspensions. They probably would have won in the Eastern Conference Finals because they gave Chicago a run for their money all throughout that season that year. And this Knicks team, they got a lot of pieces everywhere. Obviously, the center position is not as where they would like it to be. But definitely Mitchell Robinson health has been a thing over the years. But I think obviously health is going to be the coin flip, the biggest coin flip for them. But now I got to get in leap mode now. The good old Tangerines, their fan base. I don't hate their fan base. I hate the fact that their fan base does not know that they are going to fail them like they always do. I know this because history has a way of repeating itself. It happened last year when nobody thought that the Indiana Pacers was going to go into Madison Square Garden and shoot 67 or 68%. But you know what Knicks fans did? They blamed it. They went right back and blamed it on injuries, and which is cool because they can lean back to that. Shit go left, let's just blame it on injuries. Let's just do that because that's what really happened. If this person would have played, if that person would have played, we would have been okay. But when it happened early in the first round to the Philadelphia 76ers, nobody said anything. Nobody talked about how Joel Embiid was playing with half a face and one leg, and was still probably playing the best series of his career in the playoffs. But I said all that to say, man, the Knicks definitely got a formidable team. I expect them to win opening night against the Celtics because there's no Porzingis.
Yeah.
But then, Julius Randle, it's going to be interesting to see how he fits with Mikal and a lot of these new pieces. Him and OG, they fitted pretty well together. They played comparable basketball together up until the injuries happened. The Knicks' worst enemy is injuries in themselves and their head coach. Because their head coach is basically the Grim Reaper. And I know it. It's just Knicks fans refuse to really figure out what I already know.
It's not. Hold on, real quick. I just want to respond to Big Pat's comment real quick. It's not that because I will look. I was telling Knicks fans, ask Coach. I was telling Knicks fans they needed Mitchell Robinson. You know what I heard? We got Isaiah Hartenstein, and guess what? He stunk in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because the playoffs is a different game. It's more physical. So I agree with you. If Mitchell Robinson is healthy, yes, that's not an issue. That's why health is the issue with Mitchell Robinson, and that's what got Knicks fans scared because if he goes down, you got Precious Achiuwa and Jericho Sims behind him. That's an issue. They will get destroyed. Pause.
But the latter, which won't even be used by the Tin Man.
Yup, man. But yeah, this Knicks team, I think the expectation should be to get to the finals based on the moves that they made and what they're signaling to their fans because, you know, you got far last year without Julius Randle, one of your top scorers. This is what I'm being told. And so the expectation, that's why I asked Lou what the expectation was. The expectation should be to get to the NBA Finals. But to do that, you have to go through Boston, Philly, as we talked about. You know, we'll talk about Milwaukee and some of the other teams on the other shows. But that is the goal here for Knicks fans. And again, just to wrap it up, the number one issue that I see looking at this roster is depth in the front court. You know, they have a very small lineup. Then when we just looked at the Celtics lineup and the Sixers lineup and compared to the Knicks lineup, you know what I'm saying? The Bucks, Some of these teams,
but the Celtics front court is not good either. I mean, with Porzingis, that's it. Because Al Horford is not tall, not too tall. I mean, yeah, he's unreliable, but Porzingis he's mostly a post player. He's not.
Al Horford.
He's mostly a perimeter player. He's not a post player. That's Porzingis' problem.
Yeah. That is, you're absolutely right. But the thing is, Porzingis can still man the paint. He's still a good shot blocker.
Yeah.
What he could give you on short time and in short bursts. Mm-hmm. Y'all need a whole lot more at the center position than the Boston Celtics, and that's a fact. And what Mess was saying, the versatility that they have from 1 through 3, 1 through 4, really, basically kind of trumps almost everything that y'all bringing. But at the same time, y'all do have wing depth. That's the best thing that y'all got to go on for y'all with Mikal, OG. DiVincenzo, Josh Hart,
but we got the rebound in there with Mitchell in there, offensive rebounds. That's the thing. He killed dudes on the boards, man. Porzingis is no problem for Mitchell Robinson. Trust me.
Oh no, absolutely. But at the same time, what Porzingis does is bring him out, and that's what we seen in the open. That's what we seen in the opener in Game 1 last year. He didn't go for 34 on y'all for no reason. He went for 34 on y'all. He went for 34 on y'all in the opener because y'all ain't that smart. That's why.
No, listen. I mean, yeah, we got something for him. We'll send somebody else out there. You don't have to send Mitch out there. You can send Julius out there. You can send OG and Anunoby out there. That's all you need. All he gonna do is shoot jumpers. That's what he gonna do. So we ain't worried about that.
He's pretty damn good at it too.
Yeah. I mean, he's good at it, but hey,
he's saying it like he's
pretty damn good at shooting over dudes 6'7" and 6'8" and 6'9".
All he's gonna do is shoot jumpers. Yeah, you don't want him just sitting out there shooting jumpers.
You don't want somebody that's known for shooting jumpers to shoot jumpers.
Hey, listen. He was in Dallas. He ain't do good in the playoffs either. That shot don't be working in the playoffs like that. It might work here and there, but it don't work like that. He ain't automatic.
It sure worked against Dallas in the finals last year in Game 1.
Okay, Game 1. That's what I'm saying. But we talking about. That's what I'm saying. A consistency though. We talking about consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Dallas. You remember they got rid of him because he was not consistent in the playoffs and he was injured, so they couldn't rely on him. That's why they got rid of him.
His consistency is not needed because of how loaded this Boston Celtics team is.
No. But that's what I'm saying. But hey, that's what I'm saying. That's why they play the games, man. We'll see.
We will see. I got y'all to win the opener, by the way. But I've been wrong about the Knicks before, and I put money and I lost money on them before. So. They failed me many times. So
okay.
They're gonna continue. They're gonna fail all of y'all, but y'all just don't know it yet.
Nah, they ain't gonna fail us, bro.
They've been failing this city for a very, very long time. They need to move.
Knick fans, man. It's
always a different change, right? It's a different chemistry, different team now, bro. We can't keep going off of that. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so.
All I said is health. That's all I care about, bro. That's all we care about.
Are the Knicks?
Let's do health.
Okay, so the Knicks. Just looking at this division, you know, the Knicks. Direct competition, I think, more or less, is the Sixers than the Celtics. So I think the Knicks really are going to be fighting with the Sixers for the second spot in this division.
They're going to be fighting for the Celtics, too. That number one spot is not going to be as easy as people think, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, like I said, these teams going to be playing. They're going to be beating up on each other. It ain't going to be like, and that's what I say. You only win 60 games when you got a lot of bad teams. There's a lot of teams that got better.
So
it's not going to be.
I don't think the Knicks will have the best record in the league because what Knicks fans are telling you is what's going to be their issue. It's going to be health.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's going to be depth on the front court. So. You know what I'm saying? You're not a deeper team than Boston, you know, and some of these teams out west when you get into Dallas and Denver and OKC.
I gotta ask. Hold on, Cave.
But you do know that they're gonna make trades.
Do y'all think y'all still gonna be? Do y'all think y'all still gonna be the same rebounding team that y'all was last year?
Yeah, we all. I mean, as long as Mitch is there, we always the same rebounding team. Mitch is he's the one common denominator, bro. He led. I mean, before Harden got there, he still was leading the NBA in offensive rebound. It's not going to change. Only thing going to change is health. That's the only thing with Mitch is health. That's it.
Yeah, he's legit.
Like I said, trades could be made. I mean, We can still get Walker Kessler. You know what I'm saying? From Utah, we can get
Oh,
Robert Williams. We can get some other guys. You know what I'm saying? So you
Don't,
know,
no. Like Walker, don't ever say Walker Kessler's name again.
yo, the
That's not a name.
dude average like 2 block shots a game, bro. We just looking for defensive rebound. That's all we care about, bro. Ain't
Yeah, no, I know, but the thing is, y'all looking for a premier defender, paint protector, and the premier rebounder, just in case Mitchell Robinson. Y'all looking basically for an insurance policy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what y'all looking for, and y'all don't have one right now. It's Mitchell Robinson or nothing right now.
But you do realize a lot of reason why Mitchell Robinson got hurt was because we had poor defenders on the perimeter. Now you got better defenders on the perimeter now, so that helps out. That helps the center too. That helps the defensive center when you got Anunoby and Mikal Bridges out there guarding people. So we'll see. That's what I'm saying. So we'll see.
Says Philly is 50 is
word gymnastics is crazy. The gymnastics is crazy, man. You're looking at a man that can flip out any situation, can't they? The good old tangerines. They can flip out any situation. We gonna see.
That's why they play the game.
Yeah, that's why the games is played, and that's why the game, and a lot more times, that's why the games is lost because we already know what the hell gonna happen, and we gonna know how it's gonna screw it up.
Hey, Lee,
we all know how they gonna screw
it up. You
sound
like you a fan from afar, bro. It's all good. You feel like a fan.
It sound like I wanted y'all to win, but somehow, some way, y'all failed me. And y'all gonna continue to fail me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna continue. They're gonna continue to fail everybody that wears their colors. That's why I do not, under no circumstances, show the New York Knicks or the Villanova Tangerines no love at all.
That's why you're gonna be there for the ride. You're gonna be there for the ride whole season, bro.
Man.
You guys, let me just say this about the Nets, Lee. And I'm gonna be blunt. The Nets shit the bed not once but twice on short-term get-rich-quick players past their primes or with big egos. And in some cases, both, and you know it.
See, the thing about that mess, bro, like the thing is that we leave out certain details. We leave out the fact that what happened in that series against the Bucks, and I'm only going to explain this one more time. What happened against that series in that Milwaukee Bucks series, what had to happen was James Harden had to get injured, Kyrie Irving had to get injured, and Kevin Durant's foot had to be on the line in order for the Milwaukee Bucks to win a 7-game series, and arguably what was one of the best series of this decade, and this decade ain't even over. What Kevin Durant did in that series, bro, was nothing short of phenomenal. I don't have no problem with that. I have a problem with what happened after that series was over. That's what we had. So yes, we did come up on try to get rich quick schemes, but hook or crook.
It's exactly what it was. A get rich quick scheme.
I mean, right.
It was a scheme.
Yes, but at the time that we did it, that was the letter of the law of the NBA. That's what happened in 2019. The way teams was coming up, the CBA as we know right now wasn't intact yet. So the thing was, we were doing the same thing that the New York Knicks was trying to do, but they couldn't do it.
And leave. Just remember one thing.
That's true.
The Knicks are taking over NBA arenas like you saw last year, and they're gonna be doing a lot this season. It's coming soon at an arena near you. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks fans are gonna be taking over every arena. You know how it goes. We our own movie, bro.
Man, Cave, bro, listen. You telling me something I already know.
You already know, right? I know you already know.
Yeah, I already know. The New York Knicks are an $8 billion conglomerate, but what do they have to show for it?
That's why it's gonna get crazy, bro. We coming now. Hey, ain't nothing y'all can do.
I mean, the thing is, the Golden State Warriors are an $8.4 billion conglomerate. Mm-hmm. And the time that they got Curry, they was only worth maybe half $1 billion, maybe lower than that. They've earned the right to be called a conglomerate. They've earned the right to be called a conglomerate. What have the Knicks done to earn the right to be worth $8.4 billion?
And that even tells you, if the Knicks was losing, they worth and when they start winning, they're gonna be worth even more. That tells you a lot. That Knicks fans are there, they stick with their team, bro. They ain't no bandwagon fans, bro. That tells you a lot. Because we could have easily been in the shitter and that team won't even be worth nothing. Knicks fans sell out arenas even when their team was bad. We stay with our team, bro. Real Knicks fan. A lot of Knicks fans. And we take our stuff on the road. You know what I'm saying? We take it on the road. You see it. You'll see it this year
Yeah,
even
yeah,
more.
yeah.
You'll see it this year
The
even more,
reason, the
bro.
reason, the reason why y'all took it on the road to Philadelphia because none of them fans wanted them tickets. That's one.
Yeah.
Number two. Every home playoff game that y'all had was reserved for the quote unquote legends that sat courtside, and everybody else was sitting up in the. So them same
Wait a
people
minute,
that were
wait a minute.
storming. So them same people that were storming Philadelphia, they had courtside seats because that was what was available. They didn't have courtside seats in Madison Square Garden because the reason why y'all taking over Charlotte is because the tickets is dirt cheap. The reason why y'all taking over Indiana because the tickets are dirt cheap. It cost less money to get hotels in playoff tickets in Indiana last year than it cost to get a courtside seat was worth both in Indiana. A courtside seat in Madison Square Garden was worth both in Indiana. A flight
That's
ticket,
what we
a
talking
game
about.
ticket, and a whatchamacallit. So,
That's
so we
because
already know that
that's
we
because we
already know the
travel.
money market.
We
We
travel,
don't
bro.
explain the
We
money market to
travel.
me.
We travel. That's what I'm saying. We travel. Just know that we travel. We gonna be
Y'all
pulling up. We
travel.
gonna pull up. We gonna pull up. That's
Y'all,
what I'm saying.
y'all,
We gonna
y'all
pull up.
travel only to be let down and to be failed, like I've done for years.
Yeah.
When are y'all gonna stop allowing yourself to be failed?
Bro, we never gonna allow ourselves, bro. That's why we are the Knicks. We're Knicks fan. We always gonna be a Knicks fan through and through, bro. These
Yeah.
colors don't run. That's one
Say,
thing. These
go
colors
New
don't
York,
run.
go New York, go.
You know what,
Well,
Cave?
And
we
we ain't
going
gonna go ahead. Go ahead.
we gonna wrap up this this preview here because these Knicks fans are talking outrageous out the side of their neck.
Spitting
You know
facts.
what I'm
Spitting some
saying?
facts and some truth.
Just talking totally crazy. That's why I saved them for last because I knew it was
Come
gonna
on,
get out of
I've at least been
control.
I've at least been the
You know what I'm
straight
saying?
man, haven't I?
Yeah, you haven't been as bad as this other guy. You know what I'm
Lou, right?
saying?
Lou now. Lou quiet now.
But definitely, man, appreciate y'all fellas, man. Tell them what y'all got coming up, man. Talk to the people, man. Cave, what you got going on? So
Tomorrow,
rest of this week, brother.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be on the live stream tomorrow doing calling the Oregon versus Oregon State game at 3:30. So tap in for that. Should be a good college game. It's called the Civil War. Between the in-state rivalries, the Oregon Ducks against the Oregon State Beavers. That'll be at 3:30, and then at nighttime, hey, 9, 10 o'clock, we're gonna be on Leather to the Face with my brother. G Nation Inside Sports, Big Lou. And then Sunday, is Giants conversation, and then also going to be streaming games on Sunday, Giants game, and also some other games on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Man, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit that like and subscribe button and share to all social media platforms, and also subscribe to all these great content creators on the panel right here, and also members of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network as well.
Yeah, man, definitely appreciate you, man. Leaf, man, tell them what you got going on, man, for the rest of the week.
For the rest of the week,
Where they can find you at.
Well, you can find me at youtube.com/Lee478. This season is going to be the second season of Nets Visual. That's going to be, I'm trying to meet my 65 game incentive, knowing that we're going to be in the shitter, but I'm going to try to meet it anyway. Of course, I got Leaf is the league. That's why I tally up all sports, just random sports, whatever I tally. I'm looking to do a lot of Rutgers games this year. Shout out to the Rutgers basketball team, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, and the boys. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing. And also, this is quiet news because goes against kind of the Big Blue podcast of what they're doing. But I'm also going to have a show representing the Green Bay Packers called Pack 'em Up.
Pack it in.
We we're gonna be packing them up because listen, you laugh if you listen. A lot of teams are gonna laughing now, but they're gonna cry later. I'm not too thrilled about how the season started, but I'm not panicking either because that's the thing. I don't panic. And then the thing is that we're gonna be right back in action mode before, but definitely. So Leaf is the lead. Pack them up in Nest Visual, the 3 shows on my channel. Hit the like, share, subscribe, man. Of course, my man, man, the myth, the legend, big fan, Breezy. Of course, Unpopular Sports Opinion Popular, and I want to thank Unpopular Sports for extending to gratitude and sending invites to the Big Blue Crew. And shout out to Lou, shout out to Pat, shout out to everybody representing the Big Blue Crew. Shout out to AKA the Blue Fellas, AKA the Blue Crew, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate we're looking forward to doing some things, man, with y'all, man, on these podcasts real soon, man. We're gonna get right.
Hell yeah, man. For sure. Definitely, man. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, we're gonna chat, man, here in a minute in the back, man. But pause. But definitely appreciate you, man, and everything you've been doing, man, and what you are bringing to the future. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real special, man. Can't wait.
I'm excited. Man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Mets, man. Our newest member to the Big Blue Crew, man. Mets, man. Tell them what you got going on and tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me at youtube.com/Mets2128. You can also find me on social media on X at Stinks Disciple 2. Tomorrow at 4, I'll be going live, whether it be with Pat or not. Right, to call New York Mets taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. At least 4 o'clock tomorrow, and then possibly I'm going to bounce around on some of the other college calls after that. That's about it. All I've got going tomorrow.
All right, man. Definitely appreciate you, Mets, man. For sure, man. And looking forward to that Mets call, man, tomorrow, man. I like listening to baseball while I'm driving, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Lou, you there, bro? Checking in. Check
you at, Lou?
Mic check 2. Mic check 1 2.
Big Lou, where you at, man?
Must be putting the kids to bed.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna get up out of here, man.
Busy over there.
Definitely, man. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Appreciate the chat, man. Shout out to my bro, man. Big fan Breezy, man. Shout out to Gideon. Shout out to Ada SL.
Adar. Shout out to Adar, man.
Shout out to Adar. Shout out to Mosley, Tudo, and Daniel Berry Sports, Nostalgic Knicks, Miz.
I gotta
Pat,
give a special
of course,
shout
Wells.
to the Young Boys, Up the Score podcast. That's another podcast that I'm
Up the Score, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to the Young Boys. Young Boys, man, they doing anything over there. They do a lot of analytic stuff, man. Like they put me on like a lot of stuff, man. They do a lot of drafts and a lot of rankings and everything on these shows and everything, football and basketball. So shout out to them.
Okay, definitely, man. I'm definitely gonna check them out, man. So, but definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Definitely sub up to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. As we have mentioned, we are bringing you all sports all the time, man. Multiple podcasts. We'll be going, multiple streams. We'll be going this weekend. It's going to be lit. Definitely, man. Looking forward to it, man. But until next time, you already know what it is. We up out of here. Peace.
This has been a Big Blue Crew Sports Network production.